everything, of course. This one doesn't have the automatic headlight. There would be a unit that sticks up on the dash and automatically turns off your brights when it sees a car coming.
Back then?
Yeah, this one doesn't have it.
What the heck?
They were even experimenting with rain sensors to put the convertible top up when the car sensed rain if you weren't around it. Put
Really?
The top and the windows. They had a rain sensor built into the dash.
They're way ahead of the game back then.
Standard of the world. Everyone was trying to be them. They were the standard of the world. That was their slogan.
So 99
With bucket seat.
and probably less with the headlight sensor.
Yeah. Like fog lights. There would be fog lights too. This one could have it. You won't know unless you turn them on because the bulbs are brighter. Only 3% had fog light. The outer bulbs on the bottom would be your turn signals. And then your inner ones would be fog light.
Oh, wow.
Most of them are running light. Only 3% had fog light.
No shit.
Yeah. A lot
So
of options.
it's like 3 cars out there with bucket seats and fog lights, probably.
Yeah. Our 58 that we have has the fog lights. We got the black 58, me and Chrissy, and it's got the fog lights.
That is wild.
And ours has the automatic headlight dimmer too, sensor.
Really?
Yep. The car's
All the
coming, actually,
options.
It clicks that your low beams on, and then when the car goes by, it clicks your high beams back on. But Chrysler was very innovative too. Our 60 Imperial has the night mirror. It moves at night, so you don't get the glare.
Oh, automatically.
And it's got the automatic headlight dimmer and all that stuff too on the 60 Imperial. So they were really, they were breaking through with all that technology.
That's freaking wild. Back in 59, so they're thinking back back in
That's why
53.
the styling is like it is, because rocket ship like, and they were coming out with all the innovations, to make the car better and upgraded then. So, yep.
That's wicked.
Lot of stuff to see.
There's a lot of stuff here already.
Yeah, no Studebaker here.
Some nice ass hubcaps.
There's your poverty. They call them the poverty hubcaps.
Really?
Yeah. Good, reliable car. Pretty rare too, being an independent model, independent made.
Right.
Studebaker, Packard,
Packard too, that's right.
Peerless.
That window's dope in the back. It just wraps around. Damn, that's sick.
Yeah, the 50s, they were really experimenting.
Yeah, they were, huh? The first car. Dude, imagine having to get up in this joint. What a rough ride. But you get there fast, a lot faster than walking. Look at that. They got their leaf springs back then.
It's on the body itself. If you notice, the leaf spring's not on the axle.
Right, it's on the body. It's just like floating the body around.
Right.
Oh, wow.
The chassis would have been a very rough ride. Yeah.
Right, I just noticed that.
Even with the leaf springs, it would be a rough ride, but yeah.
Oh, wow.
To put the leaf springs under there would have raised the whole vehicle up, made it more top heavy to tip over.
Gotcha.
Doing it this way kept the body
down lower.
Because, there was no roads.
Right, you're hitting rocks and all kinds of stuff. Right.
They had to get across the Rockies, so they were thinking, doing everything they could, coming up with stuff even back then.
Yeah. Wonder how many, dude, imagine all the years of just like having your freaking thing just fall over till you figure it out how it works. Right, there's a breaking, busting all kinds of wooden stuff everywhere.
They put the steel on here.
Right, I just noticed that they got the steel.
Yep, the steel pad on here on the shoe.
Man, people are always thinking. That's so cool. They loved dogs back then too, obviously.
Yep.
The Amish guys got way sicker buggies now, boys. $19.10.
All original signs, whether it be restored or not unrestored. These are all originals that you see here.
Oh shit!
Not reproduction signs. And most of them are
Good call. Good call on that. I totally would never even thought about looking at those.
15 cents. You know how much the hot dogs were back.
Right, probably 10 cents.
Look how many only sold back then. Now it's in the billions.
Yeah. I got the actual, some old school memorabilia here. Man, when they had the old freaking styrofoam containers, those were the good old days of McDonald's. Get the old McDLTs and shit.
Good boy. Good boys. That one's more customized.
Oh, wow. This is a pretty cool museum so far. What the heck?
I've got a lot of old soda bottles that are collectible.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like the old Mountain Dew ones are hilarious. Got the little cowboy hillbilly dude on there.
Well, the other presidential one we didn't see.
Yeah, and back when there's Kennedy's on the
It's who?
Kennedy's.
Oh, really?
That newer one's probably Reagan's.
Yeah, that was Reagan's, yeah. Look at those sick-ass fins.
I've got this die cast, and I've got his Kennedy's 56 Cadillac presidential car. I got that die cast too. Pretty long.
Really?
Yeah.
Got his radio back there.
Proof glass, look how thick it is.
Right?
It's all armor plated too, everywhere. It probably weighs
Probably super heavy, yeah.
It probably weighs 8,000 or 9,000 pounds or more. Like a James Bond car, kind of.
There we go. Put it in wide modes against.
This is the other one I have. This is
Oh, really?
yeah.
That's the one, huh?
Yeah, that one too.
You should have stayed in this motherfucker.
This one when it was. There's this other one right there with it. There he is.
Oh, the top pops off.
Yeah, Kennedy's one right there.
Crazy. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff here. They close at 5. We're gonna do our best, guys. I know. I can see it. It's crazy. We should try and meander our way through, I think, guys.
Hey, however you want. Everything's good to look at, so whichever way you turn is good. I really like how they used to paint the billboards on the buildings. I get
Right.
tired of that. They don't do that much.
They don't do that much, yeah. It's cool, like when you're downtown Portland, some older cities, you can see them, you know, on like the old school buildings. Look at that little freaking ride. That thing is sweet.
Look at this guy up here, the one he made. See, they were all trying to make their own design.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that were better are the ones that people bought and they lasted. You know how Packard got started, don't you?
No, I don't.
He went to go buy one of the first cars. He bought it and he didn't even make it home. It broke down.
Oh, really? So he's
So he
like,
complained to the guy. I believe his name was Winston, something like that. And the guy told him, if you don't like it, then go start your own car company. And he
Bam.
did. And he did. This one looks like a buggy, you know.
it does.
It's cool looking. I like the balloon.
Look at the guys back here. He's like driving back here.
The balloon tires. I love the balloon tires.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. I know, man. Look at that one. He's got the tiller. No steering wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Tiller. This one got the tiller too. That little first.
You're right about that. I didn't notice that. You're right. No
Look at him
steering
with
wheel.
his little gear shifter sticking up.
There's so much to look at just in each
See the
vehicle.
oil there?
You're right.
You can automatically feed the suspension. Some of them had oiled suspensions, or for the engine, feed the engine
Oh.
Because a lot of them didn't have valve covers and stuff. The rocker arms were all exposed on the top of the motor picture, no valve cover.
Right.
So the dirt and dust is just going on everything.
You just got
to keep giving it
keep
oil,
it going, yeah.
or it's just going to, destroy itself with the dirt.
Huh.
Yeah, the early engines had no valve covers or anything. The valves were exposed. It was all out in the open to the dirt and everything. Mud.
Wild. Now everything's like so precise you can't have any, you know what I mean? No, but these things have some beast motors.
There's your very first Packard right there.
That's it?
And there's 10 years later how much they evolved.
The first Packard, and then around 10 years later, holy crap, look at those seats.
That's probably about, I'd say, 1917, might even older, 1912.
Really? That's freaking beautiful, though.
That's the styling anyway, you see how they evolved. Started getting back seats, bigger back seats.
Looking like a Cadillac.
Back then it was like Beverly Hillbillies, most people couldn't afford a car, so they got a car that the whole, even the extended family could fit in,
Gotcha. That shit is fancy.
Only the rich people could afford a car in the beginning.
I'd imagine, yeah.
Ford was the first one to make the cars
affordable
cheap.
for people, because there's mass production, right?
$500 instead of $5,000, $500.
Back then, could you imagine $5,000 back then? Holy crap.
Yeah, you make 21 cents a day.
Oh, we're going through like a timeline. This is the 1900s. Yeah, I see. What the hell?
Let me bust in there for 1 second. Hi, Spicy Peach. Hi, chat.
You got it, man. Anytime you want, brother.
A nice shade of blue.
Yeah.
That's called a French blue.
French blue.
Packard used that color back in 48. That was their color. Many years after this.
Huh.
It's kind of a special shade, that shade. You got the wooden
So they were
regular wooden spoke wheels, and see how these are.
These are extra fancy, right?
Yep. Well, no, these are
And they got painted on?
These are artillery wheels.
Oh.
These are the wheels they would use on the howitzers and the cannons and stuff. They're very strong, won't break. So these regular wooden wheels are way smaller.
Right.
To break, and with, there was no roads. You're hitting potholes.
You're hitting everything.
Just
Yeah.
driving through ditches, basically. And those wheels are much more stronger. They're thicker artillery wheels.
Yeah, shorter, stubbier. Yeah.
So different brands, you buy the cheaper one, you get the cheaper wheels. Now that car costs a little more, and you get a heavier duty rim, per se. Stronger rim, much stronger.
What kind of brakes did they have back then?
Most of these ran cable brakes. You pull a lever, like a
Okay.
go-kart.
Okay.
Did you see all the?
Oh, right here. Here's a good picture of one.
There was over 350 automobile manufacturers in the beginning, just so you know.
Oh, really?
And look what it's dwindled down to.
And this is Essex Motors.
Essex. Yep.
Holy crap.
You could have had your own company. It could have been Andy. It could have been PortlandAndy Car Company. Whatever you want it to be. Andy, just the Andy.
How these guys got some freaking money to build cars back
A
then?
lot of these guys were wagon builders. They were already making wagons in the 1800s. So then they started putting engines in their wagons. That's why they look like those first ones.
Gotcha.
So take a wagon and then put a little engine that someone just developed, because there was no engines before that. They just
Right.
So you're basically making your own first go-kart is what you did. So then a lot of the wagon companies, they went over and started making automobiles instead, because there was more money to be made. But surprisingly, a lot of them stuck with making the wagons too, though. They actually got more business making wagons still, because a lot of farming and that going on.
Gotcha.
But a lot of them switched from wagon companies. It might have been a wagon company for 150 years, and then they changed over to start making cars.
Gotcha. Huh. This place is this shit, Truckee.
Yeah, the LaSalle, that's the sister car to the Cadillac. It only was there for a couple of years. For a couple of years, you had Cadillac and LaSalle. Very rare.
Very rare. LaSalle. I never heard of
It's a
LaSalle.
Cadillac by a different name. Yep. like a little junior buddy, a little junior Cadillac. It was its own brand.
37 it says.
Yeah, it was his own brand.
Wow.
They only lasted, I think they only made the sales point for about 8 years. And then GM said, no, we'll go back to just Cadillac. It costs a lot. It was sporty. A lot of horsepower under it. See how long the hood is?
Yeah, very long.
The hood's long because it has the long, straight 8. So that car will really scoot. It's a 2-door, not much in the back. The little rumble seat probably pops up. But yeah, that would be a good performing car.
Huh.
There wasn't a whole lot of cars back in the day that were fast.
For sure.
Yeah, Duesenberg, those came with superchargers now.
Back
Auburn, Cord, Duesenberg, they were putting superchargers on them.
and back then?
Heck yeah. Yeah, superchargers.
That blows my mind.
Hey, this big. Don't look like the ones we got today.
Right.
Yeah. In Cadillac, they just went with just the engine, but a big, long straight 8 in there.
Big engines, right.
Big inch. And that car will zip around on the backwoods roads. That'd be fun. These other ones, you know how they are. They're all
right.
You see them, they're all.
This is when you start getting into some real.
Yeah. Like if you were running moonshine down South Andy.
That's the one.
Or if you're going to race at the local dirt track. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Speedy. Oh, look at that first Mustang. The concept car.
What the heck?
That's the Mustang concept car. Before they came out with the Mustang in 64 and a half. I think that came out in 62, I think. That's the Mustang prototype. 1962.
Look at those freaking headlights. Reminds you of like a Porsche almost.
You see how they were starting to get into
Crazy.
aerodynamics too.
You're right, that's all
You see
aerodynamics.
How the roll bar actually is helping the car though.
Right.
It's not just there for protect your head. You see the front end, if you notice my Superbird, it's 10 feet longer, but my Superbird has a nose cone just like that.
Comes straight
I
down.
got my wing on the back of my Bird, but it's 2.5
Oh yeah, it
feet
does.
higher.
It's back on the back. That's
Yep.
right.
Yep, and that's why the Superbird, it could go 15 to 20 miles an hour faster than the Fords. That's why. The aerodynamics. The Ford had a big front Mercury flat end, this front, hitting the wind, stopping the car. They were using wind tunnels back then, they were starting to. Chrysler put theirs, they sent them down to NASA and that, to the actual
Oh,
rocket,
really?
to the actual rocket scientists, and they put them in the ground in the wind tunnels, the cars, lowered them in with a crane.
They're innovating so much.
And they were getting all them, not just to look sporty, but to actual function, split the wind.
Right.
Yeah. That car rolled through the air like nothing.
We'll get a closer look in a few moments, folks. Don't worry, that's super sick though. I didn't know that. That's
I'm
amazing.
too much to say something. I know a lot about cars.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm speaking too much on this.
No, you're not speaking enough. This is perfect. You're the right person to come here with. 100%.
This is your first years of your shoebox Ford. This whole bathtub-shaped body. It's a shoebox, they call it.
Shoebox.
Early 50s.
Those tires.
See, the Beetle Bug is another one, too, that brought cars to the masses. It was cheap.
Oh yeah, the Volkswagen. That's right.
You could never afford a car. Now all of a sudden you actually can after, you never could afford a car your whole life. Now you buy one of them. So yeah, that's why those are popular around here. Those were cheap too. And those are very durable. Those run forever. They last forever.
1949. I said, holy moly. Holy crap. Oh my god. I don't even know where to go. Let's go take a look at this thing real fast.
Totally.
And then we can come back up and... Oh my goodness, there's so much.
You see how that back comes to a point like that, like an airplane? That's so when you're going through, the wind goes right through. If you have a flat back end on a car, the wind is rushing back and sucking and pulling the car.
Oh.
So this shape of this car lets it go right through the air.
It cuts through.
Without the suction, the drag, if you will, holding it back.
It's all carbon fiber.
Yep. Aluminum too, polished aluminum. Very lightweight.
All right, here's a little closer look at the Mustang. Ooh, look at that. I don't think you've ever seen one of these guys. Some of you guys might have seen one of these before. I sure as heck never have.
Iacocca himself, who later headed Chrysler, he had a lot to do with this. He worked at Ford for years before he ever headed Chrysler.
Were those gauges right there?
Yes. No, yeah. It's the gauge pods. Yes, sir.
Dude. This shit was way ahead of its time. The way it's styling. Yeah, right. Two of them. Once they handle, that's freaking awesome.
I'd be holding on with a death grip. Wow. See, now my car is even more or less drag because my headlights flip down.
They're right, and it cuts all that off.
These flip down too.
Oh, these flip down as well?
Oh, they flip down too.
Was it all vacuum? How'd they do that?
Back then was vacuum, most of them. Now in the 80s, a lot of your newer 80s and up cars, a lot of them went like Fieros, Trans Ams. Those all went to electric. But even the 77 Vet I had, that was still vacuum in 77. That headlights.
Yeah, I had a 72 Lincoln.
Yep.
And it was all a vacuum headlights.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
These far out concepts.
That one there is experimental car by Ford. And then they had done another one similar to that, which was bought by George Bears for $1. And that's what George Bears turned into the Batmobile, just so you know.
What?
The Batmobile was designed off of a Lincoln that was purchased by George Bears for $1 from Ford.
Huh.
So Ford sold him the car for $1, and they were done showing it. They were showing it around the country. These are show cars, showing out what they might put into the new cars.
All right.
So the Batmobile, basically, that's the great-great-grandfather of the Batmobile that you remember from the 60s show. They had another experimental car after this, which looked more like the Batmobile, and then George Barris, he customized it the rest of the way once he bought it. That one looks like a big RC car.
It does.
That's cracking me up.
There's too much stuff here, you guys. This is insane.
Yeah, see, your old ones, Andy, were just basically a buggy.
That's a buggy.
Before this would be, hauled around by a horse, pulled around. So.
$850. Average price at 1903. It says $489. That's if you didn't spend anything. It'd take you over a year, almost 2 years to buy this.
This is the car that brought the car to everybody. This is the one that made it affordable.
The Model A.
Before this, you had to be quite wealthy to own any car. Any car, even a used one, was thousands and thousands of dollars.
Okay. This is below, yeah, 850 says below $1,000.
Yeah, that's basically what started it all for the masses.
Kitchen sink engine. Huh.
You couldn't go buy auto parts because there was no auto parts.
There's no auto. There's nothing, right?
The auto itself was just
right. So if you wanted
to go in there and say, I need a flywheel now, you had to go to a machine shop with the blueprint and say, can you make me this flywheel?
Right.
And
yeah.
like, okay,
no one
come
makes
back
anything.
In 3 months and we'll have it. So imagine all the parts it took that you would have to get made at specialty places.
Right. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
That's why a lot of these look like wagon wheels, because they had plenty of them. That's basically, they're still wagon wheels. They had plenty of them. They didn't come out with steel rims in that till in the 30s. Late 20s and 30s is when you started getting steel rims. These are all wooden still. These are all wooden wheels and all this stuff.
Huh. Looks fucking awesome. The tires are
See
sick.
these levers up here?
Yeah.
The one lever will be your throttle. The other lever will be your timing.
Oh, shoot.
If you're going uphill, you can adjust your timing
Adjust
so it's not
everything.
sputtering
Right.
and popping or backfiring. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
You had to do that. And if you bought some bad gas that wasn't very good, you really had to play with that all the time to keep it running. See all your different oilers there?
Yeah.
You keep them full of oil, and they have little brass tubes going right to the engine, right to the valve cover. If you open the hood, the valve cover's just going like this in the open, Andy.
It's just pushing
You know how
oil.
much mud and dirt? You know how that would just be caked with mud and dirt, the engine.
Right.
You know how important it is to keep the engine clean. Engine oil.
Oh, I do.
Back then, that's all there was. There was no... They didn't
There's
have
pumping
oil filters.
fresh oil.
Yeah.
No oil filter, nothing. It's fresh oil all the time.
They didn't start inventing the oil filter till the 30s. Any car before the 30s doesn't even have an oil filter. Never did. You'd be lucky to have an engine last 10, 15,000 miles. That was it. It was all full of dirt and it wore itself out, destroyed itself in that quick of a time. Now you see vehicles go 200,000-300,000 miles.
Right.
Change the oil.
Huh. We have this joint over here.
Yeah, look at that ultra modern right next to the ultra old.
Right, like the old card, like the fucking brand new joint. Those ain't wagon wheels, boys. I wish I had the engines open on some of them. That'd be cool. I can see it. Oh, there's the old crank. Bam.
That engine kicks back on you. A lot of these didn't have a one-way spread, it's called. So if the engine kicks back, the engine won't kick the handle back. It's free wheels like your bicycle.
Right, right.
But a lot of them didn't have that. So if that engine kicked back when you were
break your arm or something?
Oh, break it, right. Just break it. Or
Oh, my
fling
goodness.
you on the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Lots of
goodness.
the old cars, they're just starting them up is dangerous too.
Right. Just starting them up. It can freaking cost you your arm.
They're all almost like homemade get-togethers, you know, back then. It's just whatever somebody could cobble up in their garage, you know. Yeah, the balloon tires crack me up.
Yeah. You're
They got
freaking
the white non-marking rubber, the white rubber.
Universal Tire Company.
Almost all tires were white in the beginning.
Really?
But then people didn't like it because they were always dirty.
Always dirty. You can
So
never
then
keep
they
them
started
clean.
They put graphite like what's in your pencil. They put graphite in with the rubber, and that's why it's black. Yeah, the tire rubber.
Right. You can never keep it clean. That totally makes sense.
Yeah, people didn't. They're like, no, we need black tires. They're always muddy and stuff. Yeah, rubber's white. Natural rubber is white. I like that color. That's a nice black.
This-
in the green there. That's a nice color. This is probably a 4-cylinder still. Now look, all of a sudden you get your V8 for the first time.
This is the first V8?
Look at that. It's one of the.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 1932 it says. Yeah, V8 Cabriolet. This thing looks sick.
Now it's a flathead V8. There's a little engine block.
Oh, yeah. Here's a little block.
The valves are in the block. The valves are not in the head like a new car. In a new car, your valves are in the head.
Right.
These valves stick up out of here. The head is just a flat block, and the spark plug goes in.
Holy crap.
But they made it work. That's all there was in the beginning.
Right.
They were all flat heads. Yep. That's cool. I got the little engine display.
Especially these things are freaking noisy as hell going down the road. It's clicking and tacking and.
They had the old-fashioned, valve systems and that. So lots of clicking.
Right? Everything just smashing together.
That was factory built by Chevrolet. That's not one of them where they send it out and they get it built for them.
Oh, factory built.
It's factory built. They built it. Right on site. My uncle used to work at the GM Tech Center. He worked with all the painting systems. He was in charge of the ones that all that up, the paints.
Oh, she didn't see us here. The paints are a totally different story, man. That's a whole thing in itself.
That was his whole life. Was the
Dude, the
paints.
paints are just crazy because everybody has now with the copyright or the patents and everything, dude, you can't get. Yeah, the paints are insane now. Where they came from? What's that?
You can scoot down here if you want and come back down.
Yeah, I think it was
Sure, we're not missing nothing.
the sweet Toyota Prius. Can't go wrong there. Oh, we're gonna go in reverse order. It looks like.
Sometimes the backs of the cars are bigger than the front. Sometimes.
Yeah. Old Accord DX, man. Remember when those came out?
Another car that's affordable, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people to get a car. just because of the price. I have them too. A lot of people. Not the best car, but hey, at least you had a car.
Oh, the Omni.
Yep, at least you had a car.
And it's a 4-door, dude. Yeah, you can take everybody with you. You feel like on your field trip, perfect. It's exactly what we're going for. Exactly.
Remember those Ford Explorers that always were flipping over, rolling over, rolling lawsuits?
Oh, that's right, huh?
They put the wrong tires on them. Ford put a tire on it.
Too skinny or something? Or?
It wasn't good with the heat.
Oh.
And if you ran your tires low, the tire really overheated and blew out on you.
Oh.
Whereas normally, even if you run a low tire, it's not going to get that hot that it blows out. But they put the tire was for a lighter vehicle, like for this, on that. And that's what caused all the problems.
Oh, really?
The tire should have been a heavier weight,
Right.
tire. Couldn't handle the weight when the air was over the tire. Now that big boy could have a 318 in it. It could even have a straight 6, or it could have a 440. You never know when you open hood on them Chryslers.
Damn.
I've seen plenty of Roadrunners that had a slant 6 in them, believe it or not. They weren't a Roadrunner with a straight slant 6 in it. Look at the size of that car compared to the Cougar. It's huge.
Yeah, it's like almost like a third bigger.
It is huge. Them cars are only about 3 or 4 years apart.
This thing probably ripped ass, didn't it?
Oh man, the Cougar's like a Mustang, but it's fancier. It's built off the Mustang chassis.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the Cougar's a Mustang pretty much. It's just they fancied it up a lot. Better styling, yeah, a lot of different options. You could get a lot of different options on this you couldn't even get on a Mustang.
Huh.
These are fancy.
Like what?
Like more luxury stuff, better trim interiors,
Okay.
all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Oh, the wood grain and all that interesting stuff. Okay, I got you.
And on the outside too. And plenty of engine options, This one's got the big ones.
Dude, a Toyota Corona's sick. I used to have a Cressida, like a 70 something. It was awesome. I screwed up. Yeah, dude, it was one of my best cars. But I let him tow it away because I was an idiot and got a new car.
I'll be honest with you, growing up in Michigan, the stuff rusts away real quick. I've never even seen one of them on the road my whole life here.
Really?
But I know in California, they got all kinds of different cars driving around because they don't rust out and they don't go to the junkyard. Yeah, there's definitely cars on the West Coast we've never seen in Michigan much here because they don't last.
That makes total sense.
I've never even seen one of them as far as in-person drive around ever. I'm always at car stuff.
Right, true there, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm a car guy. Yeah, I would totally that Salt.
We get the rust here. The salt's under our ground, so we dig it up and they use it because it's free pretty much. I wish they used sand though. Sand wouldn't do that.
That's a sick ass paint job.
Chevrolet too. This is their first V8. Look. 1955 was the first year. Before that, it was either a straight 6 or a straight 8. There's your first year for the Chevy for a V8. Right there, 55. And boy, what a boost in power and torque it was.
Yeah.
Significantly faster than the engine just the year before, the straight 6 or straight 8 that would be in there. Yeah, the V8s are popping, man. That's what they're still using.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they use in the top fuel, even the Hemi. Using
Yeah, you're right.
Extra, you can only use a Hemi. V8 Hemi, that's it. You can't even use a Chevy or a Ford in the top fuel. A salmon color, huh?
Yeah, I like the color, dude. It's freaking amazing.
That gunmetal gray.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they call that a coral too. Coral color. They call it salmon.
Yeah, they call it coral salmon. Just don't call it pink. I'll get mad. Oh my goodness, there's so many damn cars. I don't even know what's over there. Oh my god, which way do we go?
Natural NASCAR fucking Mercury right there.
Where is this? Alright, let's swoop around here. I'm afraid if I go around a corner, it's going to lead me to like another like lot. You know, a little Escort and a Mustang. All right, presentation here. I ain't watching no damn movie with you, chat. No, the shows were those are the ones. Those things are freaking fire. You like your skinny? It's pretty good. Jim knows a lot, so it makes it a lot better, in my opinion. This guy's all raced up in the Chevy Cobalt. Oh, that one's all dirty. Oh, there's trains back there too. Holy shit! We'll go here. We'll go here. We'll go around, and we'll go back, and we'll come back in, and we'll come back that way. All right, chat. That's the plan. This place is amazing. It's like, literally like a four. Hello? Hello? Yeah, who this? Who this? Thank you. I'm having a great time. No, it's great. No, he's amazing. He's a great guide. He has so much information. It's awesome. I'm glad I'm here too. And it's great to hear your voice. In Michigan. In Michigan. I appreciate it. Yeah, maybe I will. We'll see. All right.
Hey, here's your Packard, first Packard.
First Packard.
The first one he built was very similar to this, but they were already racing them.
Right. Right.
Very dependable. A lot of the first cars were not dependable. They break
Oh, the second car to cross the United States.
Yep.
Holy crap.
Back then, Packard was like number 1 or number 2.
That's a long fucking trip in today's cars. Not to mention something like this.
Imagine going over the Rocky Mountains where there's no road. There's no road. It's rough now where there's a road.
And there's like weather. You're like going, there's like no windshields. Right. There's no roads and crazy weather.
They're not even trying on the tires, for God's sakes. Spin, go nowhere.
Right, just spinning around.
Pushing the whole time while the other guy's just giving it the gas.
Yeah. What's wild? Never would think about that.
Shovel. Gotta have a shovel.
Huh.
Dig yourself out.
I would never think about driving this motherfucker across the United States. Not on roads.
Those are kerosene or oil lamps. I'm not sure which. Some of them use acetylene too, gas. Vapor, gas vapor. Some were acetylene.
Well, there's the umbrella right there for when it rained.
Yeah.
It's raining. Put the umbrella up. Oh my goodness. And 1919. It's a lot of glass on this bad boy too.
Mm-hmm. Ford didn't care too much about their styling. They wanted to make the car cheap so everyone could buy it.
Right.
That's why this doesn't look very stylish.
I think it looks really stylish nowadays, right?
Yep. If Ford built it to be functional, he wasn't worried about it making it look like that.
Right. To get it going and freaking get it out there for the people.
Ford cars will be dependable. They remain really good forever. That's why they're at where they're at today, because they were really, really successful.
Gabrielle, thank you so much. Drop the clutch. You're damn right. We'll be seeing Gabrielle tomorrow at the meetup, the Michigan meetup, but by the way, folks. Christine's so funny. We're moving.
Very, very old camper, huh?
Dude. That's wild.
1920s. Those are nice because they're aluminum. They don't rust.
Even got a little freaking thing over the door. Dude, they thought of everything.
Yeah, they won't rust. That's a nice thing. You've got to polish them, but they won't rust.
More modern Volkswagen. This is a get up right here.
That one's all set for the beach.
Dude, that thing is ready to rock and roll.
Bring your barbecue and you're all set.
Bring the hot dog roller out. You're good to go. That is awesome. Look at a house.
Your little cabin for the night. That's what that would be. The first motel room.
You got the High Life back there. Oh man, they're just...
66. You're traveling.
All right, this is where you go.
Get that for $7 a night back then.
Oh my gosh, there's cars everywhere.
I'm not sure what that looks like.
Ford Deluxe.
Back then, the Ford and the Mercury shared a lot of the same styling in the front end.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Remember the movie Grease?
Yep.
John Travolta, he was in the Mercury. The Ford looks almost the same.
Look at that modern day hotel. Like the one I stayed in last night almost, except for it had a squirting ass bathtub.
We used to stay at the Howard Johnsons when I was a kid. Remember the Howard Johnsons?
The Hojo.
Oh my God, they got a turbine car here. There's only 6 in the world, only 2 of them run. Jay Leno has one.
What's that?
The turbine car. There's only 6 in the world.
Really?
It's a turbine jet engine in it. There's only 2 or 3 that are functional. Jay Leno has one. The other 3 don't even run. They don't have a motor. It's just the body with no engine.
No shit. That's super interesting. The hell they get a turbine car? Oh, that's look at that 3-wheeler.
Yeah, backwards too. Steering in the back. No, yeah, that one's steering in the front.
No, front, yeah.
The back wheel's driving it.
One turbine car is still missing? What?
Could be. I got that die cast too. You can see it if you look at the picture.
Oh, right. It's on one of the diecasts on there?
Don't forget about your steam cars too. With a big boiler in there instead of an engine.
Dude, that must have been a fucking mess to work on.
You gotta fill it up with water, you gotta fire it up, you gotta wait 20 minutes for it to heat up, then you can go. Very slowly. But you have to wait for it to heat up. You gotta heat up that water.
Right, just like anything else. It's like...
So imagine in the wintertime when it's 5 degrees.
Right.
You fire and then you're waiting.
Yeah, we'll go to the bank
minutes.
tomorrow.
You probably have to wait 45 minutes back then when the cold fucking warmed up. The steam has a lot of power though. That's why this car is so big.
Oh, does it?
They use the steam to launch the airplanes off the aircraft carriers.
Oh, do
They
they?
use the cable. Or they push it with the sled. Yeah, you can't stop steam. It's like a volcano.
Yeah, that's a freaking, what is that, 3, 6, 8-seater. Like the first minivan right there, boys.
The steam's more powerful than gas or diesel. Way more powerful. The steam's unstoppable.
Huh.
Yeah, steam power.
It's not efficient or something?
Well, you gotta light a fire all the time. You gotta have the steam.
Oh, that's right, gotta have it. That's right, yeah. So, yeah. And this is the turbine engine? Is this the actual engine, or do you think...
That's the cutaway. That's the Mazda. That's the...
What is this? Oh, a Mazda.
Yeah, it's
rotary.
Yeah, a single cylinder. This little triangle, that triangle spins around the triangle itself. And you see those different open areas, those 3 big wedges?
Yeah.
As it turns, it's going by those ports, those open areas now. As that triangle turns, there's no valves. That round thing is the valve. Kind of like a two-stroke. If you're familiar with a two-stroke, like a snowmobile or a dirt bike, it's like a two-stroke but different design. But that is the valve. There is no valves. That triangle piece is the valve. When that's spinning, when that one
Right.
area goes by, it'll suck the gas from the one area. That there will be pushing out the exhaust, and then as it rotates, you got your gas and your air mixed in that one, and when it gets by the spark, it
fires.
sparks, and then it fires.
All right.
That thing turns. It's very odd.
That's interesting.
So here, look, this will explain it right here. Remember the kaleidoscope you looked through as a kid and you see it all smooth?
Yeah, yeah.
This is like the same thing, and they turned it into an engine. Same.
And why don't they use this more often?
You you got to have really good tolerances, and when they wear out, it's like a turbo. You know, when it wears out, it's like junky.
Gotcha.
It's not. It would be hard to maintain it and keep up as far as rebuilding and just maintenance.
Gotcha.
It's exotic, like a Lamborghini engine. It's
Okay.
over the top. It's very good design. It's very efficient, but it's also expensive. Expensive to build that.
And here's the turbine.
Yep.
With those big ass headlights. Oh, it's like a jet engine headlight almost. That's pretty cool.
It's whisper silent. You won't even hear it running.
Really?
It's
Super
almost-
quiet?
Almost like an electric car. I think it idles at 25,000 RPM. It idles at 25, and it's just like a hairdryer. That's all you're gonna hear.
Damn.
Lots and lots of miles per gallon.
Really?
Way more than newer cars even. It's just it's so it's
Too expensive to build?
Too expensive to have jet aircraft in your plane. The miles per gallon, unbelievable miles per gallon. Chrysler was really experimenting with different body designs, but they were also experimenting with their engine designs to get more fuel efficient, because they knew the government was going to start cracking down and then say you got to get so many miles to the gallon. That was in the early 70s. The government says, okay, no more than 2 miles to the gallon, 8 miles to the gallon. So all the different car companies had to think about
How are they going to do
what they
it?
could design to get a car that gets 20 miles to the gallon.
Gotcha.
Everything that they had was only getting 8. Yeah, this was a Chrysler car. They shipped it to Italy, and they had, I think it was Turin, in Turin, Italy. They had the Italians make this body. Usually Chrysler used their own body, but they sent this to Europe to get this body made. That's how special this car is. Yeah. They made 6 of them. And I think only 2 or 3 run, and Jay Leno has one that runs. Jay Leno has one that runs.
Fucking Jay, man.
Millions of dollars.
Millions, huh?
I might not even be able to put a price on it, to be honest with you. There's your electric car, first one. Boy, oh boy. One of your first ones.
The GM was on it.
That one really is one of your first electrics, that one. That was in the early 80s or late 70s, I believe. I
Yep.
just seen one of them for sale recently. That's funny.
How much does this cost brand new? $5,000. Holy crap.
Look at, I reduce pollution. I save energy. But you're plugging in to a coal or natural gas
Right. It was going to.
fired power plant.
It all got to come from somewhere.
That's before they had solar panels. And so now they got solar panels. But even the new ones, you got to plug them in. Mm-hmm. Cars. They're not fully running on solar. Look at this. They got the whole gas station that they brought in and put up. This is not like a built thing. This is an actual.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is an actual from the site. It's not something they just built to put in the museum. No, this is. Everything's pretty much authentic in here, even that building. This one too.
Oh, yeah.
It's a real. This is a real actual place that was somewhere. Those Texaco with the greasing, those Texaco cans up there on the left, shelf from the top. I've got those.
The green ones?
Yeah, we got the different greasing, Mid-American greasing, that, There's so much stuff in it, like, you probably don't lose anything really.
Yeah, you can click pretty much anything. There's a market for everything. Just gotta find the right person
Hey,
to.
there's your gas pump, Red Crown. Andy.
Hell yeah. You're all good, man. No worries. I think it's freaking massive.
Tanker truck.
That is huge.
Tanker truck.
It's like longer than, I mean, it's wider than I am long.
And look, that would have been hand crank too. It's got the hole in the wheels.
Oh, it does, huh? I'll break both your arms.
Hopefully it's a one-way sprag, so it won't get back. Don't have a one-way sprag in there.
The evolution of kids getting their life saved. Look at that joint, man.
Yep. Oh, look at the chair.
Right, exactly.
This is your safety car. All different kinds of safety innovations. Look at the wraparound windshield. 3 wipers. All kinds of things.
Holy,
Safety.
tons of wipers. Look at those seats.
Look how padded the steering and all that is in there. Crazy.
Dude, yes, like a freaking BMX bike. You know, they're padding everywhere to save you.
Cars never had the backrest, to stop you from getting whiplash. Cars never had seat belts. That all came in later. This car was putting all those different things, putting them in the car to make everything safer. This was for display mostly. They would take it from town to town, showing the different town people.
Yeah, I have to go to Antifa protest. I'll be at one tomorrow. Don't worry. There's a big Antifa protest tomorrow downtown Dearborn, Michigan. Let's go. It'll be me and Jim in our freaking hoods filming each other.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing is a badass truck.
Real nice on the side.
That thing is just massive.
Right in the back corner there. The fender's huge. The front fender.
Yeah, look at this back freaking fenders.
And look how fancy it's got skirts, fenders.
Right, exactly.
To make the truck look better. They didn't even need to do that. They built stuff back then with a lot more pride, none of it's made out of plastic like nowadays. Everything is all plastic.
These things look nice when they're all clean and like fresh, you know what I mean? When the freaking paint's not all freaking jacked up.
I still remember the commercials when Lee Iacocca was on selling these in the K card too. Yeah, he used to do the commercials himself.
Really?
When he was working for Chrysler, Running Chrysler, I should say. Yeah, look at your first Suburban, first use of the name Suburban.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's not a Chevy, it's a Plymouth. See,
It's a Plymouth Deluxe Suburban.
They all steal each other's names. Chevy, I believe.
No shit.
Chevy had the trademark on the Mustang or whatever, I believe. Yeah, and then Ford stole it later. They all steal each other's names through the years. If you go back to the 30s, a lot of the car names exist, and now they're different cars because they all steal the names. Yeah, it's a Plymouth, not a Chevy.
There's some nice minivans out there. The old Town and Country with the TVs in the back. That's nice.
The Packard, they like the Packards here, don't they?
The amount of craftsmanship is so much higher. So nice. Like the seats are dope, man. I wouldn't like dude doesn't want to sit in this.
It's about as fancy as it gets back then.
Right.
This is the Packard. Look how they even angle the wheel.
Oh yeah.
Wheel well, so the splatter goes
away from you.
Up at you. Notice the other ones don't have that. Packard. Packard was the first one to come out with air conditioning in the 30s. Yep. They invented air conditioning. Packard had a lot of innovations. Packard was the first one with a starter, electric starter.
Oh really?
Packard was the first one you didn't have to crank. Packard came up with the electric starter. Yep. A lot of innovations Packard had in the beginning. That's all brass They didn't have chrome back
Right.
then.
It's all brass.
Chrome.
It's freaking.
Chrome came later.
Wow.
Put your golf clubs in there. Off you go. Put your golf clubs back.
Yeah.
Or you can put your umbrella too. Put your umbrella in there. I like to have a rack on top. And stuff like
Oh yeah.
luggage. There's your cheap Uber. Too bad those prices weren't the same now, huh?
Yeah. $1.15 the first eighth of a mile. 15 cents each eighth of a mile.
Man, look at the Holiday Inn marquee. Wow.
Yeah.
There's your first Corvette over there, too.
Where's the first Corvette at? Right there? Okay.
And you've also got your DeSoto with the Hemi. Yes, it has a Hemi. I can tell just by looking at it, it's got the Hemi.
I can tell just by looking at it.
Fireflight. See, on the quarterback, so Fireflight.
Oh, okay.
It's got 3 taillights instead of 2 on the back, yeah. Yeah, it's got the Hemi. Oh, yeah. But yeah, here's your first Corvette. That's the first time an American car company tried making a car to fiberglass.
Oh, was it?
And look, they're still making it. Although it's not fiberglass as much now. Yeah, they weren't even used to using fiberglass in the beginning. You know, Chevrolet had to get that perfected. In the beginning, they had a lot of problems with these bodies because they weren't familiar with fiberglass. It took them a few years to get the quality good. You know what I'm saying? The quality, the fit, the door fitting.
Right.
The fit and finish wasn't the greatest.
So these big old gaps and whatnot?
Yeah. But they got that worked out after a few years. A sharp looking car. I like the stone guards. After that, they went to plastic covers. That year, they got the stone guards. They stole that grill, you know. It looks like a Buick grill. They stole that little. They made that grill look.
What year is this?
54, I believe.
54?
Oh, 55. That one's
55? Damn.
That one's going to be with the super
Yeah.
Yeah, even with the 4-door, you still get the Hemi boy. Smoke them tires down the road. My 60 Imperial is like this, but the fins are bigger. Mine, unfortunately, that one doesn't have the Hemi. But I've got the big 413. Golden Lion, it's called. It's got high horsepower. 305 horse, I think, which back then's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So mine doesn't have the Hemi, but yeah, that one's got the Hemi. DeSoto was the top of the line pretty much, you know. This was a fancy, expensive car, DeSoto.
Yeah. I'd imagine. It's a great paint job, too.
They were the first ones with the wraparound windshield. Instead of the windshield pillar being way out there in your way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chrysler had lots of firsts like that, too. Like I said, my 60 Imperial has the auto-dimming mirror for at night when the car comes up behind you. Yeah, there's a lot of... You notice they got flush handles and pull-out.
Oh, yeah.
None of the other old cars have that.
I didn't even notice that yet. Jeez Louise.
I say we walk down that middle.
I think so, too,
That
yeah.
one there's called the Big Boy, and you can see why. That particular train there is like the biggest one ever built. That style of train. It's called a Big Boy.
Holy crap, Chad, it's big. I'm going to give you an example.
What's the engine?
Like, I'm 7 feet tall. Look at
Go
this.
back there, yeah, you can see how far back they are. That's just the engine.
Oh, this is just the engine.
Coal car, yeah, the coal car's way back there. That's all just the engine.
Holy shit.
That's the
You're
Big Boy.
right.
They basically put 2 trains together. It's called the Big Boy. Those are the biggest trains to ever run on our tracks. And it's too bad they're not running still. Because I would love to see them and go for a ride. Can you imagine all that smoke?
Dude, it's
Pushing
going,
on that
right.
top, man. Oh. And the sound. Steam's shooting out at us right now from under here.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Talk about loud machinery, you know, this is way louder than any car would be.
That is freaking massive. Yeah, it goes all the way back there, guys.
Look at this one's a whole little train set.
This one's a little guy.
Even got some cars with it. Yeah, look at the size difference.
Right. Look at all these damn moving parts. Holy crap.
Huh? Look at the impacts of these springs. They're basically almost solid. Look at them.
Oh, yeah.
You know how much that weighs?
Dude, this thing. And it's all like, just, dude, there's weighs so much, this whole thing, entirely.
It's got to weigh hundreds of thousands of tons.
Yeah.
And some of them, if you notice, like this one, they painted it so it has like white walls, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Oh,
of
yeah.
the trains, they actually
Give it
make the
all,
trains a
like,
little
get all fancy.
A little fancy. They got white walls.
The tallest, heaviest steam locomotives
Look at
ever built. Made for hauling
See the big
mile-long
boy.
trains out of the coal fields of West Virginia and Kentucky.
See what Cole made happen?
The mountains they were designed to
Same thing
conquer,
down there.
the Alleghenies. The honor of building these enormous engines
Look at
goes
her
to
head, rocking
Lima
it.
Locomotive Works in Lima, Ohio. Lima used the term superpower to describe a series of locomotives that could pull enormous loads, but were also
Toot toot, motherfucker.
the last and greatest
Do a little serial number, part numbers.
arriving just
A lot of stuff going on here.
the Alleghenies lived up to the superpower.
That's how it would have looked new, Andy. That's how it would have looked new, all fresh out of the factory. That's how it looked.
Sick.
See all them bolts and rivets? That's
Dude.
holding back all that tons and tons of steam pressure. This is your boiler area right here, where the fire would be. And the rest of that's like a all steam tank. Did you see all them rivets?
Right.
Look at all them rivets, like a bridge. This is trying to explode all the time. There's so much pressure.
So much pressure in there.
Look at it. It's welded, Andy. It's welded and riveted. They welded the whole
This
thing.
shit ain't coming apart,
Because it
hopefully.
wants to explode. That is a serious, like I said, steam's the most powerful. Steam is the most powerful out of anything.
Steam equals torque.
You're allowed to go up there.
Anybody up there?
Remember that museum you were at when you were coming back from, was that Cooley Dam?
Oh, Cooley Dam, yeah.
Stopped at the museum at one of those trips on the way back.
Yeah.
It might have been an older one because we were watching the older ones too. But anyway, yeah, you were on the Goose, that aviation, they had all the airplanes in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Aviation Museum. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was pretty badass. Oh, shit.
Well, since you're the famous IRL guy, I guess I'll get the shovel and start scooping them.
Yeah, scoop. Yeah. Get this train moving, bud.
Are you sure to work the levers, or do we got to look at the
Jeez
manual?
Louise.
Maybe we might need to look at the manual.
Get the stoker jets. The feed pump. The stoker engine. The turret. The cab heater. Back McLuber. Oh my god, look at it. Turn this thing. We gotta get some steam going.
Look at the pressure for 100. Scary. Anything under 100 is a lot. It's 400 degrees.
Could you imagine having an issue?
Hey, look, at least they put an auger in here so that when it gets low, it'll feed it to you some. You don't have to keep walking back there to get it, the coal.
Just drop straight down, yeah.
Now,
That's good.
sometimes they use wood too. Sometimes they use wood. But most of the time, they use coal.
Yeah.
See this guy? Look at, he's got to bring his extra water. Because as he uses the steam, he's
gotta
needs
fill her
more
up.
water. Otherwise, it's like no gas. So look at that. Yeah, you got to bring your own water. Yeah, imagine how much water this thing has.
Dude, for real.
As he uses it hundreds of miles. Yeah, I fill this thing up with water just to begin with. Wow, the President, that looks like a fancy one. That's got a lot of
El
brass.
Presidente, October 21, 1929.
A lot of brass on there. Got your cow catcher. There's a cow or something on the track, an animal or a log. Knock it right out of the way.
Holy moly.
Yeah, see, this one's older. They were using wood back then.
Mm-hmm.
It probably wasn't so easy to get the coal out of the ground, back then. It was easier to cut down the tree. And then as some time went on, then they started getting more coal mines. Then the coal became more available. Yeah, there's a fancy passenger one. Look at that. The fancy people.
It's all freaking painted up real nice.
Fancy people will be in there having their Sunday whatever outing.
They can only run the go-kart.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool place for sure. It'd be an interesting place to work. You're right about that too. A lot of tons of stuff. Holy crap, dude! It doesn't stop.
Looks like a Duesenberg, that tan one. Big snowplow for the tracks.
Holy
Snowplow.
shit!
Yeah, he's behind it pushing it.
Again, I am 7 feet tall, so imagine how big this motherfucker is.
Look at that knuckle behind you.
That's what she said.
That's
It's like a damn ship almost, right? Coming at you.
some of these have almost like a big water wheel attached with a motor, and it shoots it out like our actual snowboard that we have.
Oh.
Yeah, some of these have a giant wheel, and it spins instead. Shoots it out. This one here is just a plow. It's just
Yeah, just moving it out the way.
just moving it out.
Bubba.
Here's one that's our style, Andy.
Yeah, this
Dealer's
is-
day off card.
Shoot, this is awesome, right? Yeah, this is probably worth a shit ton of money. Look at this bad boy. Just put it up on blocks and put it in reverse. We're good to go. Get the miles rolled back.
There's a company in California that replicates these Ferraris. They're like a kit car.
Oh, like on a Mazda or something?
Yeah. Well, no, they make the bodies and everything. It's like the real Ferrari.
Oh,
It's just not a real Ferrari.
what the hell is that? Fucking Legos, dude? Oh, hold up. See, I get something happens and you have to go the other way. There's like so much to look at. Hey, how you doing today? Good to see you guys. Holy moly, a lot of Legos.
Paddle boat, Andy. Paddle boat.
Oh yeah.
Legos.
Holy crap, I got it all. What in the hell? Well, that Lego's moving. Damn, there's so many cars down there. We gotta see these Legos. Oh my god, the Stay Puft Marshmallow freaking Lego, man. Holy crap, look at this. It's like Jurassic Park almost. That is awesome. I should start doing Lego, but oh no, I'm not going to start doing Lego build live streams. I'd rather travel across the country and the world. You know how much, dude, I know people, you know Legos, they start getting expensive as heck. And there's an Oscar Mayer wiener train. Wow. All right, let's go see those cars. There's just too much. Is that a Lego buggy? No, it's not. It's a cool little ball shape, though.
Yeah. See, it's not restored. They just brought it in as a down.
All right, chipping away.
Patina.
Patina.
You walk down here and you shoot that way, and you can see some huge stuff that way sometimes.
Wow.
This one, Bugatti.
How many freaking millions is this bad boy?
That one.
Holy crap.
And the Duesenberg, this one could be supercharged, I was telling you about.
Okay.
Almost all of these came with superchargers, the Duesenbergs. You know Clark Gable?
Yeah, I don't know him, but I heard about him.
This might be his car because he bought one this color brand new. And his had the lowered roof. His had double spare tires on the bottom. And this one has a trunk on the trunk instead of spare tires, so it's not his. But Clark Gable, that's what the Hollywood elite would buy back then.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Duesenberg.
In my opinion, these Duesenbergs and Packards are the best old cars as far as the styling and the mechanicals of them. But this Bugatti here looks awfully darn nice, and I'm sure its mechanicals are pretty sturdy too.
Oh yeah.
Bugatti's known for good engineering for sure.
I couldn't imagine. Dude, it's $43,000 back in 1931.
Yeah,
What in the
you had to
hell?
be Henry Ford. You had to be a millionaire to even buy this thing.
Right.
Clark Gable bought. He was an actor, famous actor. He bought one of them new because he had the millions.
That is a crazy amount of money.
Millions.
Yeah, yeah.
You make 21 cents a day at your job. 21
Right.
cents
There's no way you could.
a day. Yeah.
Look at that sweet hood ornament. It's an elephant, it looks like.
This is
I don't know
a
what-
coffin nose cooler. Fine, looks good in that, look like a coffin. First car to have flip-up headlights.
This was?
Yes, sir. It's an independent Cord.
Independent. Cord
It's
19.
It's an independent car.
Independent car company. Gotcha. Named Cord.
But these were all combined together. They were separate at first. Well, this one's not the Auburn. But you got the Duesenberg, Cord, and then you'd have Auburn. Those three were separate, but then they merged. ACD, Auburn, Duesenberg, Cord. This is the Cord. Here's your Tucker.
Damn. This is a freaking awesome museum. I've never seen.
Tucker?
What's that?
Tucker?
Yeah, what the headlights that moved or something,
That's
right?
the Tucker right there. That's it.
We'll get
They
a
got all
closer
the
look.
stuff here, man. And look, I even got a Netzel. Got a nice Lincoln Continental. This is the first for Lincoln. This is the Continental. It never existed before. Poof.
This is a great style too.
Just like the first Mustang, this is like the first Lincoln Continental. I think this one was only out for 2 or 3 years. They had one right before this. Yeah. But yeah, that's one of the earliest Continentals you'll see with the name Continental on it. That's only lasted 3 years, 58, 59, and 60. When Ford didn't make it no more, it wasn't that much of a success. But you know, there was really nothing wrong with the car.
Just
Back
didn't.
then, it was the media. The media shot it down, so nobody bought it.
Oh.
But now the media shoots down politics.
Right.
Back then, the media shot down
There's
the car. They didn't
bankrupting
like it.
people
They
building
gave it a
cars.
bad rap, yep. Suicide door action going on.
Right.
This is one of the early attempts, like a Chrysler Airflow, at aerodynamic styling.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the headlight's built in. Fender skirt. It's more rounder. The windshield's probably laid back a hair more.
Mm-hmm.
This was one of the early attempts at aerodynamics on a car, too. They say when you drive these cars, even with the windows down, it's very quiet. You don't have all the wind noise in there. Because there's no buffeting. You're just going through the air so smooth.
Yeah, it's going
It's
right.
almost like you don't have the window down. And they throw all their super over them again. Look at that. Super over them.
What the heck?
And just so you know, most of these cars even were still wood body. They just
Oh,
covered
really?
it with sheet metal.
Oh.
It looked like that underneath. Your cars weren't really sheet metal until the 30s. Yeah, I have a 40 Packard, and even my 40 Packard is all wood body, and then the sheet metal's tacked
That's
on
pretty
over
interesting.
it.
It's tacked it over.
Yeah. The wood on mine is ash. Now I don't know, different manufacturers use different wood, but on the Packard it's ash. These ash. Look at Detroit electric car way back then. But kind of like back then, they found out it wasn't that practical. Just like now. I mean, who wants to wait 4 hours for your car to charge? It's not that practical. But electric car is nothing new. They had electric cars right back in the beginning, just like steam. Already been there, done that. But people forget about history.
Right.
People talk about electric cars as if it's all new.
They got actual light bulbs in the end. Hell yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he don't need to have the acetylene or the kerosene lamps,
Right.
the oil lamps to light. Yeah, he's got his own electricity. Oh, he's even got his little vase, crystal vase with the flowers. Very nice. Yeah, so you pop that, so instead of an engine, battery packs. That thing's a giant battery pack in there.
Fucking
Way
hell.
back then.
Way back then. I'm glad you like it, Satrac.
That's a 58. It's got the horse collar grill. It looks like the thing they put over the horse when he's pulling the plow.
Horse colored grill.
Horse collar, yeah. So they had that similar grill 58 and 59. And then in 60, the last year they made it was a regular front end. Wasn't like that at all. But yeah, the media gave that car a bad rap before it was even out for sale. That car would have been a success when it was shot down.
Thing's pretty nice looking.
You know, you're shifting?
Yeah.
It's on the steering wheel. Neutral, park, reverse.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know if you could see from over there, but yeah. Yeah, you shift the gears, it's push buttons on the
Oh,
steering
push
wheel,
button.
Where the horn button would be.
I can kind of see it actually.
Yeah.
Check can't see it, but I could. Nope. That's freaking wild as hell.
Here, maybe you can zoom in on that. It shows you right there.
Push button shifting back then, 1958.
Well, my 60 Imperial has the push button. It's on the dash though. I got push button.
Oh,
shifting
really?
on the Imperial. There is no park. You got to remember. You have to put the parking brake on.
Right.
It's only neutral. There's no park.
Gotcha. So it's neutral, drive, reverse. Where's
You
that?
got your L2.
You got low and
Yep,
all that.
Yep. But yeah, there is no park. If you weren't familiar with when you park it,
He starts rolling down.
putting it neutral actually. There is no P. Yeah, there's your Tucker. This guy, he wanted to start his own car and make it affordable. It's a helicopter engine. They adopted it from, I don't know if it was Korean War, whatever, but it's a helicopter, air-cooled like a Volkswagen, helicopter motors in the rear.
Wow. Suicide doors again.
Yeah. So it's a powerful engine, good efficiency, good miles per gallon. But it would have cost him a fortune to make these to sell them, you know. That's why he just didn't have the startup money. He had made a few cars and this and that, but just didn't have enough money to keep it going.
That's a triple headlight too.
Yeah, and the middle one does turn, like you said, it turns.
The middle one turns up, that's the one.
So that's all your trunk there. You put all your luggage in there. It's huge. Yeah, helicopter engine. You can see they were trying to add new safety glass. They never had safety glass. You put safety glass. They were always coming out with new safety things.
Yeah, I bet you people are having all kinds of freaking
You know, instead of
accidents.
hitting a metal dash, now you got a nice padded dash.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might as well be hitting your face on the fender.
Exactly.
Yeah, that movie, if you never saw it, it's an interesting movie. It's all about this guy and his life.
Yeah, I remember saw it a long, long time ago.
And unfortunately, the fall of the company and him also. So, yeah, good movie.
Hey, JG Wentworth. What's that?
I was just going to say all the stuff. We're going to have all the stuff to see.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go around this. See this big old truck back here. There's a Honda, sweet Honda Accord. Looks like. What is that? Thing is freaking bad.
Definitely Honda. Now, what model? I'm not sure. I don't know the newer cars. I don't know most of the newer cars newer than 74.
74 is the cutoff here.
If they quit making good ones, I mean, we had Smoky Bandit Trans Am and Grand National, but after 74, it's not a whole lot exciting for me. There's an old race car from Detroit, but from there.
Fucking land speed record kind of shit. Look at that.
1813. It's not chain driven, it's belt driven. Well, a lot of the old cars were all chain driven. See that one over there's chain driven. See the chain? Mm-hmm. This one's actually belted. Probably because for the speed record, they can't have a chain flying apart. The belt was probably more efficient.
So it reminds me of like one of those. Look at this bad boy. Holy crap. '74 Warrior.
Yeah, one of the first like a ATV kind of car. Look at that. That was just a regular truck back in the day, working its butt off and getting rusty and smashed. And now look at it. It looks like a jewel in here. They must have restored that, I tell you. That car, that whole truck would have had a very rough life.
Oh yeah, I can imagine those work trucks back then, right? They don't have pallet jacks. They don't have none of this shit. Proper backup, like to like get in the docks and whatnot.
Rust and being all smashed up.
Yeah, just going back, just driving every day, and
it's even hard to find these old trailers nowadays. Most of these trailers have been crushed long ago.
I would think, yeah.
They don't make trailers with these shapes like this in the front and all that anymore. They actually had fancy trailers even back then. That's a cool piece of machinery, I tell you. Just that right there is cool.
Portland, Augusta, Waterville, Bangor, and all are stuck. The Garden of Maine. Damn it.
Yeah, Portland, that's
Damn Maynards. 46 Fruhoff.
Fruhoff, yeah. They're still in business today making trailers.
Oh, are they?
Oh, yeah. You got Great Dane, there's lots of different companies. Fruhoff's still in business. Yep.
Damn, look at that RV. CBS, baby.
That's a really one.
That's the first stream mobile right there.
Would that be 70s? Yeah, 75.
75, yeah. Dude, this place is huge. Casa Wellness loves the stream. That's good to hear. Thank you, McMoney99. Thank you for the heads up. Shout out to Casa Wellness, by the way. It's weird how they got so cool looking, and they went for so many years to not so cool looking. In my opinion.
Today's cars, most of them, I don't even know what to say. As an old car guy, I don't even know what to say.
Wow.
I should have been born 20 years earlier. For me, for me. Because in the 50s, I couldn't even buy a car yet. I wasn't even born yet, so. Hey, look at that. GT40. Clay. Look at that's the prototype. It's clay. It's a clay car.
Whoa.
It's all clay. That's what they modeled.
I've seen some dudes from Indonesia or India. They be making clay Ferraris and stuff, and they drive them around. It's wild.
See, they'll make this out of clay, and then they'll use the CAD machine and scan it, and then the computer will make all the parts. But yeah, you still gotta make it by hand at first.
That's pretty badass.
Looks like a real car, don't it? Those are
Ford GT Cutaway? What the hell? Whoa, look at that. What the hell's that going on back there?
the one side of the wing will adjust, yeah. Act like a brake, it'll flip up, act like a brake. Air brake, wind brake. Slow you down.
That's wild as fuck. Oh, actually, it's two different cars. What's going on here? Oh, they have I'm so confused. A new and an old?
They got the half decked out with the race stripes. And then this half is like a street look. No stickers.
Gotcha. Okay. Those are sick ass headlights.
Huh?
They're wild.
Those are wild looking headlights, man. The GT40, of course, I love. There are a few newer cars that I know.
There it is. 24 Hurays Du Mans. Wow. Oh man, look at this car all beat to shit. That's how you freaking do it, boys.
Hey, they got the trophy. That's amazing.
This car went through it, dude.
He did. He got beat to hell, but it won.
That is awesome.
A lot of bugs. Race cars around that ring.
Oh my goodness, what in the hell is going on? I don't even know where I'm at. There's like just cars everywhere.
I don't know. Go ahead and walk wherever you want.
What in the hell? Damn. Yep, we found the race section, it appears. It does, Matt. It just keeps going and going and going. Like, there's just stuff. There's like stuff.
I don't know if we even looked at a third of it.
Yeah. I don't,
Not even a third.
not even a third, Jim says. Holy moly.
This building is gigantic.
I bet you be, Jeff.
There's your first cars with the Hemi.
This one?
Chrysler 300, first one to put the Hemi in the production.
Oh, the Chrysler 300 was?
Yep.
Oh, wow. And now 300 isn't not as cool.
The name isn't.
Right, the name is not as
They
cool.
reused the legendary name.
Right? Dude, look at that roll bar.
They used to race these at the beach. They didn't have a lot of paved tracks back then.
Right, and that's the best place you had space, right?
Or dirt track, but a lot of these, they race right at Daytona Beach, on the beach. They probably got pictures. Look, that's at the beach.
Yep, sure
That's
is.
probably Daytona. They race them right on the beach.
Oh, yeah, Daytona 56.
It was about 8-10 years after this, maybe a little less. That's when they started building all the NASCAR tracks. There wasn't really any NASCAR tracks yet. The whole sport was just evolving back then. High performance car and racing was kind of a new thing. You know, they'd always been racing cars, but once they started coming out with the V8s, like the Chevy came out with the V8, you know, the Hemi, the cars were going a lot faster, so then it got a lot more people interested in racing because they saw the cars were going way faster.
Funny car.
Yeah. You know that one's got the Hemi in it. And a supercharger.
This thing ain't no joke.
Oh wow, that one's got a dual plug Hemi. He's got 2 spark plugs per cylinder.
Oh, a dual plug him? Yeah, look at that shit.
I got a big custom Hemi, but it's just single spark plugs still. But yeah,
That's firing off.
they're going through like 5 gallons of nitromethane in like 3 seconds. So you need to do a spark plugs because you're gonna follow the one out and then it won't fire. You need that juice to be firing them.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that. John Force is over right. Looks like it anyway, the gas room. Yeah, Force. Force frame, John Force.
What? They got a Hallmark ornaments, motherfucker? Dude, all the Hallmark ornaments. Oh my god, am I in heaven or what?
Hey, you want to look at them?
Dude, what the hell is this? Do you know how many Hallmark ornaments I've had throughout the years? A lot. Right? Oh my god, ornaments. I mean, it is Christmas and all, so we gotta check it out, folks. Oh, look, it has the one thing for the air there because it only turns left.
I think that's all the ticker tape from when they won.
Oh, yeah,
They
huh?
were sprinkling and they just left it out in the car. You see the rain?
You're right, huh?
I think that they celebration, or that could be from Champagne. You know, they're always doing.
That's
that.
very well could be, yeah.
I think that's the actual ticker tape.
Right, and they just loaded it up once they were done.
And
And
they didn't wash it. They said, let's just leave it like that.
Yeah, I think you're 100%
I was wondering
right.
what that first. It looks like Band-Aids, and I'm like, what is that? I'm like, no, that must be the ticker tape. Celebration blow up.
That's freaking awesome. All right, boys, are you ready for this one? Oh my gosh. This is what we came for, folks. Oh my God. This is what we came for right here. This is it. Oh my goodness gracious.
I wonder if they got the one here.
Well, they got them all here.
Let's see if they got the one. I was going to put it on my counter. I was going to give it to you. Let's see if they have it. No, seriously. Let's see if they have that.
Dude, all the Hallmark.
Morning, PortlandAndy IRL. Morning. There he is. Lost in space.
Oh, it's going to get me on copyright probably, huh? Oh, well. Read your post. What did you post? Where did you post it? What am I supposed to read? There's a Hot Wheels 30th anniversary edition, Matt. Damn.
All my things that I know.
This is crazy.
Randy, you want a limo after that?
A limo?
I got it arranged. If you want it arranged. Up to you, though.
Where the hell are we going to go in a limo?
Cruising around Detroit, seeing the sights. Don't have to, though.
Let me think about it. That sounds like a pretty good idea, though. Should we go in a limo, guys? What do you think?
We could be hanging out downtown, drive around with you. Out the window, we'd be live streaming all the lights and buildings.
That's true.
Think about it.
It's the goodest idea. Should we go in a limo, boys? I mean, how could I say no to that, right? Can I even say no to that? Right.
I'm just giving you options. It's already lined up.
Oh, excuse me. It's all right. It's just so amazing, right? All of them. They're great.
For sure.
It's hard to take them all in. Get the nose beers and go in the limo. Some of these are older than you guys.
Hey, that's in that picture too. If you
Oh.
on your screen, you can see that on top of the bench. I got that too. That's a Betty one. Boy, that's from '99. I didn't realize how old that was yet. That's from 1999.
Right, it's a long time to be holding on. That's cool as heck.
1999 section. Yeah, they got them all by years. Released them.
Hallmark artist, National Wild, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Star Trek, superheroes. Dude, I can't show you guys all this. I wish I could. I gotta go look at airplanes. 1991. These are the good ones.
Yeah, I got this one. That one's sitting out right now. That one, that one. Yep, I'm stay. Play with that one.
They're closing? Oh, in 9 minutes. You're right. All right, let's go look at the airplanes, guys.
Depends, I guess, how fast they get down.
Oh yeah, where did you want me to read, Christine? Where did you want me to read at? Something. What post was that? All right, let's go look at these airplanes real quick. We got like a few minutes. Oh, look at that! Is that an engine?
Yep. Motorcycle.
Harley Davidson. Yeah.
Yep. Twin cylinder.
Oh, looks like it plugs into something too. Probably makes noise.
Yeah.
And,
I think it operates because the cylinder's cut open. You'll see the valve and the piston.
Oh,
going.
right
I
on.
think it's a cutaway. You'll see it working. So it probably makes sound in.
Freaking cool.
Yep. Oh, I got this one. Of course I got that one. That exact one, yeah. Oh, that's the other ones I got with the fishing string. I have two of them.
The truck?
Yeah, I was putting all that stuff on yesterday. I got the GTO.
He just looks at the trucks. He's like, I got that one. I got that car. I love it. That's awesome.
That one. That one.
That was about the limo? Oh my goodness. All right, thank you. What the hell is that back there? Oh my gosh, there is too much stuff here. Wow.
9-cylinder? He's running 3 of them.
Yeah.
He's got some power.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, right? There's like a Hallmark museum inside the Henry Ford Museum. It was pretty interesting.
Yep, going to Alaska.
Dude.
Arctic expedition.
You could freaking Josephine Ford. You could spend easily all day here if you want to take your time. Easily. Oh my gosh. This thing just goes on forever. Jim's right, dude. Look at that glider. Or, oh, it's a plane, I guess. Does it have propellers?
Russell called the Wright brothers first plane, I believe.
Oh, is that how that's how he flew in that joint? He didn't have no seat? He just like chilled out?
You see, that would have added weight, Andy.
That's true. It would have added weight.
This is the first one they actually got to fly. Hey, you can't have no weight. You got to ditch that weight. No seat.
Let's take some balls. That much. I think this should work. Let me try and get it up there.
Seatbelt, too. Oh, my God.
Right?
Like you said earlier, you know, people always were thinking. Always
Yeah.
Innovating, man.
Definitely.
So many different ways they thought of doing different things. So many different ways. Packard and Cadillac both make
If you're going to take the limo, stop and get drinks and food, please. All right, sounds like a good idea. Limo it is. Limo, food, drinks. Is that how you want to do it? Or before the limo, food, drinks? You make the call, Christy. You're apparently one in charge.
Wow,
Look at that. Look at those little engines.
that's a beautiful body on that one. Oh, boy. It's got the extruded look to it. They got way more than 8 cylinders.
Right?
Way more than 8 cylinders.
Thing's just huffing around. That is insane. It's like so much information here, like in this building. Look at that. Oh, that's a trophy, folks. And we gotta go back this way, I think.
Might as well.
Yep.
They're not kicking us out yet, right?
Right?
Cool.
See what's in here. It's like a
Airport. We're playing on
We're here, guys. It's like you're in a, oh crap, little, oh, I see.
through the years.
First airplane. Early days of passenger.
1928, this one. There's your fine accommodations for 1928.
Damn. Oh, yeah, light switches.
Yeah.
I think they did.
I would like a window.
Yeah, I would know.
Window.
Imagine the windows blowing out in this thing. 1920. Look at them.
It must be like that extruded one that was out there. It looks like the same similar plane. That's
It does look similar to
right
that.
There. It is the same plane. It's got the same tail marking.
Oh, it is. That is that plane.
That's what the interior looked like on it. That's the plane.
And those are the windows. That's crazy. You're right.
That's that plane. Yeah.
And this is it. The wicker flotation device, exactly.
This one's 1939. Douglas DC.
This is pretty damn modern looking.
1939 Douglas DC-3. See, the old wicker chairs didn't have the pocket. Look, they put, oh, it's a fake pocket. I thought that was a pocket. It's fake. It's that there for looks, I guess. I thought it was like a little. 1967.
67. Got the ashtrays yet? Not yet.
That one is looking way more modern.
They got the damn phones though. Look at that joint.
Yep.
You can't make a phone call nowadays, but you can make a phone call back then. Well, that's legit. Only the center guy gets a phone call.
Danny, this is the part I remember. I remember when you could push the button and flip this out of your way. But more importantly, I remember when you could smoke.
Right. They still have like some planes still have a little thing. Just like what in the
I
hell?
remember on the plane, everybody was smoking. And we all smoked.
What way we were going? Oh yeah, this way. How do I get over there?
Oh, wait. Come on upstairs. There you go. You're lighting us up, Andy. Let's do it.
We're doing it.
Come on up. Maybe down from the other side over there.
Yeah. See, we didn't even go to these engines or anything, you guys. We only went to this half of the building. That's the other half of the building. Holy crap. This place is gargantuan.
Look at that one. Straight headers coming right out.
Oh,
Open headers. There'll be flames coming out of there.
damn.
Also, no nothing.
There's not much to that thing at all.
Fold up wheels. The wheels fold right up in it. That's amazing. That they would even be able to do that, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Shoot.
See, I was trying to get to the miles per gallon.
Mm-hmm. Anywhere you can.
Look, you can see just how mechanical the flaps operate, but you can also tell how much of an early design. It's just so caveman.
Say primitive, yeah.
Primitive.
Everything's freaking wide out in the open, you know?
What happens if there's ice?
Yeah, or a bird or something bends it, or, you know, anything.
Over that way, we can see some of the presses and
Right.
equipment.
Yeah, the big boy equipment, machinery, yeah. See if we can get there real fast, guys, before they kick us out of here. Yeah, back in the day we could smoke, drink, and make things. Oh, look at this goofball. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's upside down doing tricks on there.
How do we get across to those machine? Oh yeah, I see now. Everyone's gone, guys. It's just me and Jim. We run in this joint. It's like Night at the Museum, but different. Dude, look at this bad beast.
That's all steam pressure. I'm telling you, steam.
Holy crap. Oh, I can't get up there. Damn it. It's blocked off. Dude, this is a giant. Oh, there's a picture of it.
Yeah, Renaissance shape right here.
Holy crap.
Look at this. This is just to turn on the power, Andy.
Oh, yeah. This is the levers. Crank her on, boys.
Look at those contacts. Those copper contacts, man. How big that gauge is?
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's just to turn it on. Look at the gauge. It's huge. The whole thing's huge.
Dude, Henry Ford ain't no joke, boys.
Look, this is not electricity. This must be a steam-powered electric generator. It's making the electricity.
Right.
So this wasn't to turn it on.
This is
probably
to continue the power out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the power out.
This thing's freaking pumping away. Look at that. Dude.
Man, that's piston rod.
Yeah.
Imagine if the piston was on and how big.
Right, how big the piston would be.
Yeah, the rod's small. Yeah, look at this. This is the flywheel. This is all your weight just to keep it going once it's going. This is just your weight. You don't have to. It's not trying to draw down the speed on the power making. You know, it's just weight to keep going.
Dudes, look how much stuff there is. They're even doing freaking aerobics back there? Boss.
$18.05.
1805. That's
We were on the country for 50 years now. This is just the weight to keep it working.
keep it going.
Once you get it rolling, this helps us just keep the whole thing just going because of the weight of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's this big flywheel, all it is, a big flywheel. That guy updated the old engines to be more powerful. A new high pressure cylinder for existing engines. Yeah, they're always coming up with advancements, that's for sure.
And it was so quick, too, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, once a few things sparked off, man,
Yeah.
it was on. After that. Innovation. That's why we're here, because of innovation.
That's exactly why we're here. The Industrial Revolution.
Yep, that thing up there is going up and down. That thing's spinning. All interconnected. It's awesome. Right there, it's power. That's the cylinder. That's powering it. That's powering it right there.
There's so many moving parts.
And then you see like a water wheel that you use on the river.
Right.
Similar
Same,
concept,
almost the
with
same.
water instead of steam.
Yeah, powered by the
So think
fluid.
all the different ways to harness it. Energy.
Damn, look at that.
Yeah, that's a huge generator. Oh my God, is that one great?
The most common methods in generating fossil fuel.
That's a generator.
Nuclear energy or large-scale hydro plants which use the force of falling water. Other sources less widely used include solar
Hey, Eddie, is he extreme with these?
energy from natural.
Dude, hell yeah. That's what I got at home, actually. this is how I run my stream right here. Look at that freaking sweet-ass keyboard.
What's that got, like 2 gigabytes there?
Right.
I don't think that could handle your stream. Your stream's way too powerful anyway.
Dual screen Andy over there. My Bailey computer. This place is America as fuck, boys. Whoa. That's freaking cool.
Still got the original sockets. With the original lamp, original Edison bulb in there too. 1880.
This thing's been alive since 1975. 1875. 1895. Forever. Oh yeah.
Off the output. Big old slide connector contact. You know, it's not just big, it's amazing just to think the amount of power electricity.
Right, how much is flowing through there just to use those copper contacts, you
It's so
know?
new too, the technology.
People are getting fried left and right.
Yeah. Nobody was real electricity, easier shot. I find it amazing that they could make all these parts with such precision back then. Because they barely even had like a lathe or a bridge.
Right,
you know?
true.
And here they're making cylinders and pistons and everything that's got such close tolerances it has to have. That's what I find amazing, that they could actually make the parts to begin with. It wasn't really nothing like the modern machinery shop like there is now.
Right.
Certainly no CNC and CNC machinery like that.
Now we got 3D freaking printers, we're good to go.
Oh, I can't wait till you look at that.
Yep. It's gonna be fun.
It'll be another era.
Right, exactly.
A new era.
Wow. The light bulb maker, is that what this is?
Where'd you fancy first toaster? 1915.
I think it's chromed out.
You gotta open it up, put your bread in it, and then close it. It doesn't go in the top. It doesn't pop.
Everyone's getting burnt toast today. Everybody. Didn't pop out. I am so lost.
You weren't down that way.
I know. That's crazy.
Awesome. There's your 3D printer of yesteryear.
Right.
Injection molding.
Abraham Lincoln. How you doing?
All right.
Thank you. You too.
I think they had the bus here, or at least they did it.
Oh yeah, women's suffrage and all that cool stuff.
I'm not sure if it's still there.
The violins. Old freaking furniture. Dude, I bet you some of this shit is freaking so. That's one thing that failed us is our furniture nowadays. It's so crap, you know? These things lasted forever. Oh my goodness. Look at that joint.
That one, Andy, is 1710.
Holy shit.
Number 9 is 1710 here.
Wow.
This one is 1700 to 1730.
Some good ass freaking furniture. Whoa, look at that big ass tractor, boy.
That sure is pretty wild.
Yeah, that sure
It
is
looks like it
freaking.
grew that way, yeah.
1865, 1875.
Man.
Rocking chair. This place has it all. Something for the whole family.
Nice little chessboard. Armor.
I think this is what I need for the studio, boys.
Is that your new chair?
And this is the new chair.
Your new chair? Very good. It's futuristic.
Holy, check at them John Deere's down there. There's a wiener down there.
Oh man, you gotta see.
Damn, we got it all around here.
That's one of the most famous things here is that one probably everybody knows about that one. That's how we get the corn and stuff, boys. Using that.
Things are fun. Expensive, but they're fun. Jim, Christina's on your ass. Oh, I think he's on the phone with her right now.
Oh, that's an icon like PortlandAndy, right?
Just right there, yep.
That's an American icon.
That's an old one, too. None of that new fandangled Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Look at that one. It's all pumped up for ground clearance. Metal wheels with metal tracks. Awesome. Look at the steering. It's exposed. There's no gearbox for the steering. Look at that. That's all trick how all that works, man. Way different than how many cars are nowadays. So.
Damn.
That thing spins.
Yep.
And what it does is it spins and makes that whole thing go like this. That
Oh,
part there will
right.
spin out to turn the wheels.
Oh, I got you. Oh, I see now.
Running off of all that.
So you got a big screw almost.
Yep. You're not actually going like that, like you normally
Right.
think, you know, with tie rods and all that. There is no tie rods. It's all
Go left or right.
It's all a worm gear mechanism.
Huh. Damn, look at old Caterpillar. Holy crap. That's amazing.
You know that one's old, Andy, because it's so little.
Yeah.
Because they're never that little. It had to be one of the first ones. They're so tiny.
I think it's doing it all back in the day. 1929.
Yeah, that's so good.
Oh, shit.
International Arbor store right there. 12.
Damn, look how far the internationals came.
Got to deliver the milk and stuff. You know? That one's steam powered.
Oh yeah, got big old. Their seats haven't changed much, have they? I mean,
It's a spring seat.
yeah.
That's a high-strength steel bar, and it just gives a little support with a little bit of bend, but not much. Cast iron seat on top.
Right.
That one's a press steel. That one's cast.
The old plows of yesteryear.
I got that one back there with the wheel.
Oh, you?
I got it in front of the fence in front of the house. Yep. It's one of my yard art. That one. Look, this one here, they got the axle and stuff all cut.
Everything's opened up.
All engine cut out, it's all cut open. Transmission even, all of it. Look at there's your clutch.
Yep.
Right there's the clutch. Yeah, that's neat. I don't remember seeing that here before. They even got the gas tank cut open so you can. They're showing you the flow of the antifreeze
Going up, right.
Going back out.
That's pretty cool.
Got your pistons and rods right there. Got everything. Got your wheel bearings, your wheel bearing races right there. Damn, they even got the radiator. See all the cords?
Oh, they did, didn't they?
See the tube?
That is super cool. Half a wheel? How they even get anywhere, Nuke? Well, heck yeah.
I don't think they're too worried about
Uh-oh, these guys are locked in like us. Uh-oh, everyone's locked in. Uh-oh.
No, I think because they got the other activities going on here.
Oh, yeah.
Here that we're here. You've seen the yoga classes.
Mm-hmm.
Henry Ford Medical is all in this area because of Henry Ford. You know, it's his medical centers.
Gotcha.
That's why they have so many different activities going on here, just besides the antique stuff like this. The honeymoon set. No, this is probably older though.
Yeah, it looks pretty old.
This is probably 20s. Maybe even older than that. Early 30s kitchen table.
This one's a little bit older.
Spinning wheel.
Gotta make some new trousers.
Gonna make some yarn and then make some trousers.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
2-step.
Yeah, it's a lot of steps. What is it?
How to make the yarn.
I think it's bigger than an airport, actually. This is really big. I should see how many steps I walked today. Probably a shit ton.
Oh yeah, the weaving machine and all that. Wow, the loom. Yeah, the loom. 1873. And they come up with a machine to make clothes.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. So the museum is closed.
Okay.
And, yeah,
All right.
it's closed. I just wanted to tell you guys, just in case you missed the announcement.
Oh yeah, I missed
You
it.
missed it today, too.
Cool.
So I was like,
Cool. Thanks for letting me know.
wanted to do the announcement today. Yeah.
All
You
right.
enjoy your visit?
It's great. Yeah.
Please come back.
I will. Appreciate you.
It's a great, great place, especially if you are a lover of cars.
Yeah. Pretty much anything.
Yes. You have a great evening.
You too.
Thank you.
We got the boot, boys. That's how it goes down sometimes. She wanted to do her job a little more. She wants to do her PE class.
So did you. It was really kind.
Experience of the crafts that were the most important elements in making a product. Mechanization changes the nature of craft production. As factories replace small shops, power revolution substitute for hand tools.
I think we came in here, didn't we? There's a tree. Right here. Oh, perfect.
That's where the information was.
That worked out perfect then, actually.
Yep. Stop for you as we're leaving, maybe.
Oh, yeah. See, they're doing like PE down there. She's like a PE teacher. Just want to make sure our kids are safe. Two weirdos and just walking around here with a freaking camera. All right, chat. I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna charge my batteries up and figure things out. I gotta grab some food for sure. But we'll figure it out and we'll let you know what happens next. Or we won't. And you'll figure it out. Hope you had a good time. Any last words, Jim?
Hey, we'll see y'all soon, hopefully.
Yep. Until soon, folks.